ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, sexes, genders, and etc. You have here today Brandon, Brando, Breezy, your boy, and
Jakaiece. What's poppin'?
Today you tuned in for an episode of Off the Dome, where we talk about some outlandish type stuff, scandalous things, maybe even controversial. So when you listen, you better listen good in case you try to quote. So the first topic of the day is fat people. How do you feel about them, Jakaiece?
I feel like they need to lose weight. You know, like people are trying to hype up Lizzo.
All right. Wait. When we talk about fat people, what do we mean? Like what comes to mind when you think of fat?
Obese.
So like elaborate.
A certain body type that's unhealthy.
So you mean like what weight range would you think?
It depends it depends on height really, but
you know, all right, for
upper 200s is usually what it is.
So anybody in their over like 250 is obese.
I mean,
fat.
a woman at 200, like, whoa, I hope she has some height. Like, that's a problem.
I guess it's all about how the body is portioned and the weight is distributed. But
you got fucking Vikings out here and shit.
Right, you do have extra large people. You know, when I think of fat people, I mean like 600, 400. You know,
like my 600-pound life.
Like things like that. People like that. I don't.
Lizzo's what? She's gotta be 300.
I mean, she maintains that weight though.
Yeah.
She keeps that same weight and she doesn't try to lose weight. So I mean, I guess I give her props for feeling happy in her own body and comfortable in her own skin, you know. But there are a lot of obese fat people that in America that just need to shape up. It's like it's kind of crazy.
How's your week been?
Week's been kind of hectic. What about yours?
I've been chilling, bro.
So, what comes to mind when you think of America?
Success.
You know, that is one of the top things that come to mind because you're so likely to make it if you really invest time and effort. You're likely to get a good end result. But who comes to mind when you think of America?
That's a great question. I usually think of the president.
You remember Christopher Columbus, that guy in school that we used to like basically worship for discovering America?
Yeah.
Now it came out later that he didn't really discover America because people were already here. He like butchered and massacred a bunch of them, or did some predominantly strange things. It's kind of fucked up. America has a fucked up history, and Christopher Columbus himself,
involved with it. Like, what the fuck?
He's up there with one of them, with Hitler and the other. It's like just terrible people exist in this world. I don't know. Maybe morals didn't exist back then. Maybe they had different sets of morals and ethics that they went by.
He was like, people here, but I want to discover America first. We finna wipe y'all out, bitch.
Right. But no, that's not okay. You can't just do that.
That's not okay at all. And then we
not now.
Finding out that you still didn't discover it, so you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he didn't discover it. It was already discovered land. People were here.
Like, fucking wherever your body's at, take that fucking L, boy.
Yeah, no, fuck that guy. So, how do you feel about skydiving?
It sounds amazing, but it's also gonna be scary. Like, for a second there, like...
Second? That's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your day. You're gonna free fall for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Like, if there's somebody with me, yeah. Like, like attached, but like...
But after you get trained, experienced enough. No, I don't know.
I don't know if I go by myself.
I don't know if I could go skydiving.
Skydiving's fucked up.
It's a lot of trust you have to put in it.
Niggas jump out of airplanes.
Right, they really do.
Like, for what? I mean, adrenaline, I guess.
How old do you think you'll be if you were to go skydiving?
22.
Really? 'Cause I don't think I'd ever do that until I got like a little older. Until like I was like 30 or 40. I want to achieve some shit before I go skydiving.
What would be better?
Because what if you just like die? What if that parachute or some shit fucks up and it's like boom, you and that nigga die. Y'all die together. You know, the best thing you could do is hope that you have a nice looking lady with you. That's your trainer, and if you die, then you know you die together.
That's my thing with like rock climbing and shit. Like, what?
That seems cool though. I would like to do that.
There was this movie, I forgot what it was, man. It was some heat. Like, I think it was Mount Everest or something.
Oh, that was different though. That wasn't rock climbing.
Well, no. Whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, Everest. That shit was crazy.
That shit was rough.
That was a very epic trip for those guys. Not everybody made it back.
I'm not doing that stupid shit.
Never in my life. I can't do certain things like that. I have a fear.
Fear of fucking dying.
A fear of dying prematurely.
It's like these people that want to go to the moon and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not really big on, doing things like that. I don't know. I just have a fear of being in high areas, I guess. But I don't know, like rock climbing seems secure because you have a rope, a harness and shit. So I trust that. But, I mean...
Bungee jumping?
No. Hell no. Fuck no. And you're asking for it. You're like playing with death and that nigga gonna win. He is gonna get you. It's fucking crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like, Final Destination wasn't a scary movie. But like, that shit, like I thought about that shit for a minute.
Yeah, no, that is a scary movie because it's so real. It's like just realistic. It's like death would make it look like you got killed by natural like circumstances, like you got caught in the elevator or you killed yourself. It's really crazy that they made a movie about that type of stuff. I don't know how they came up with the idea,
When I think about like some of these movies that came out and what the directors were thinking, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, who just thinks of this shit?
Right. Like Rob Zombie, he comes up with a lot of fucked up material, like Halloween. It's just so good. Halloween 2 wasn't as good, but Halloween was great. Yeah, no.
Jordan Peele need to keep making movies.
You said who?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, yeah. I don't know how long he's gonna keep doing it though, because I'm pretty sure the government's gonna take him out. They're not gonna let him expose all of their problems. They're not gonna let him live that long.
Them shows that are fired too.
Yeah, he be dropping.
Hunters is some shit.
You said what?
Hunters.
What's that about?
Fuck, what was it? The Jews hunting Nazis.
You said the Jews hunting Nazis.
Yeah, they're hunting. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty fucking.
Because they're in their town.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Like, you might want to watch that.
Definitely gonna watch that.
It's crazy. I'm thinking, because I saw something, it was like Coming to America or whatever. I'm thinking it's the Nazis hunting the Jews. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like,
it was vice versa. That's what makes it effective. That's what makes it so cool. Jordan Peele has a very extraordinary way of imaging things.
I'm telling you, once you watch like the first minutes of it, you're like, wow. And then after episode 2, it just picks the fuck up. Some guys are just talented. I thought chapter 1 and chapter 2 was amazing.
I mean, yeah, isn't his name Bill Skarsgård? Well, the guy that played It the Clown, Pennywise.
Yeah.
He was pretty good. I just don't like how all the CGI was, all the extra CGI was incorporated. See, that's why I like the originals. All that extra CGI and animation wasn't added into it. It was just like real, it was effects,
Probably not getting another It movie, huh?
No. why would we?
For those 2 movies, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, no, that was the end when the house collapsed. That was the end of the movie.
The first one,
Yeah, no.
Shit, a lot of movies coming to the end.
I mean, that's what happens, though. Everything comes to an end. Every book has an end. Might not be a happy ending, but it is an ending.
Kind of hurt Daniel Craig not gonna be James Bond anymore.
I mean, he's not the best. Sean Connery, probably the best.
I don't know, it's just because he's been there for, it's like...
You're just attached to him, like Iron Man.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck they're trying to pick. If they pick... Shit, they kick Thor out. They got that woman playing Thor. My thing is, I wonder if they're going to get rid of Tom Holland or if they're going to keep him.
For Spider-Man?
I think they're just going to keep him for Venom.
I mean, what other Spider-Man movies are supposed to come out?
He's got one more with Marvel, one with Sony, and then I think he's going to do Venom movies after that.
That could be interesting.
And I know they're going to make another Avengers soon, so they'll have that too. I don't know if they're going to do all that.
I mean, I'd like to see all of that, but, you know, that won't happen for like almost 5 years altogether. So, music these days, there's good music and bad music. And every year, we have this thing called, this magazine media called Double XL has their freshman class pick of their quote hot, upcoming rappers. Who do you know of that is on the roster?
I looked it up, so I know a lot of people. Lil TJ, Jack Harlow, Rod Wave, Polo G. I know Pop Smoke was supposed to be on it before he got killed. That's all I remember. I know there's a couple other names. I think, and Ellie Chopper's on there too.
Right. How do you feel about this?
I feel like they always got a lot of overhyped rappers on there. Jack Harlow, okay, yeah, that hit really puts him on there. I see that. Rod Wave, his music did blow up, so I can give him that. I'd say everybody else is pretty decent too. They just get the hottest rappers out on there. You know, they have Lil Uzi, 21.
Right, they had 21 Savage, Lil Yachty. They had Ugly God on there. They had 21 Savage,
that's
G Herbo. They had a lot of people, but
that's who's next up. But I feel like they pick a little too many guys.
But this class specifically, how do you feel about it?
Oh no, I don't. It's supposed to be who's next up, and I don't believe any of them really are next up.
I mean, these are more like these are mainstream rappers you hear about all the time, though.
I feel like this is really most of these guys' best year. And Ellie Chopper wasn't really doing that good before this. Jack Harlow probably will because he's been collabing with a lot of people. His music seems pretty decent. Polo G. You just never know with these guys.
I mean,
most of them don't make it. So I would have said 70%. You could say 65% of the guys that were on Double XL freshman class, like, they made it big.
You said made it big?
Like, their shit really started popping off.
I mean, yeah. Some of them, like, got face tattoos. Like, that's like a growing trend now within the generation is, like, face tattoos. How do you feel about that?
It's really ridiculous how many people have face tattoos. I couldn't put a face, like, no, not my face.
Could you tattoo your head at all?
No. Post Malone got that skip. Oh God, I couldn't do that either. Like, why?
I mean, I guess you're asking the wrong question. The real question is why not? I mean, he has nothing to lose by it. He's already Post Malone. He's rich. He's making millions.
Rich as fuck.
Right. So he ain't worried about it.
I'm thinking of somebody who's not right. who's really gonna judge him? I mean,
like you and me, we can't do that. We have
right,
to. We have to go out in public and like try to make opportunities for people that.
As long as his music is heat to people,
you know, that's all that matters.
They won't give a fuck. He will just never give a fuck.
Yeah, I will never get a face tattoo. That stuff is sounds scary. So, speaking of Pop Smoke, since he was supposed to be on the Double XL freestyle before he passed away, do you favor Pop Smoke or 50 Cent more?
50 Cent.
Why is that?
He's got him by a mile. Honestly. Pop Smoke, it's just like he died young. He could have done better for sure. His music never really. I mean, people said it slapped. That even the people who produced it. I mean, 50 Cent produced it. He was like, "No, y'all overstreamed this. This got played too much for what it was."
I mean,
and anything before that wasn't really.
I mean, I haven't actually heard enough music. I've only heard a couple songs by him.
A couple songs.
And they just weren't my vibe. You know, they just didn't roll off to me. You know, 50 Cent he's always had some bangers to me. Like every album has had some bangers to me that I fucked with. So I mean, you know, I can always say 50 Cent has been there and he's been consistently, you know, in my life. Rap. Remember that movie, The Purge?
Yeah. Crazy that shit happened in real life.
Have you seen all of them? All 4 of them?
No, I saw like 2. You saw all 4?
There's Purge, Purge Anarchy, Purge Election Year, and the first Purge. And like the first Purge, you know, obviously what the name is. But it's kind of crazy. 'Cause I mean, they're okay. Like I like the first movie the best. But no, I don't know. The idea is pretty cool, but I don't. You know, that's not really okay to say, because you know you're able to commit any crime, for 12 hours, right? I believe from 7 at night to 7 in the morning, you're able to commit any crime without the law or paramedics or any help from the government whatsoever. And they do have a restriction on certain weapons that you can and cannot use.
Sounds pretty cool, but it's crazy as fuck.
I mean, like me, I'd probably just like loot stores, but you know, other people are out there shooting and killing others, and you'll probably just get shot and killed trying to loot stores. So I mean, you know.
How do you feel about like paranormal activity? If that shit started happening, that'd be fucking nuts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it does happen to some people. I'm not beyond the idea of paranormal activity.
I would lose my fucking mind.
I mean,
like that would be what really like did it for me.
To some degree, you know. I'm not gonna like totally say 100% I believe there are like ghosts and everything like that.
Wake up, there's a ghost shit floating. That's really how you make somebody go insane. When they just start hearing shit.
I mean,
the movies were never that good to me from paranormal activity.
Yeah, the movies are okay. I don't really like those movies, but I do like ghost TV shows, I guess. Like, I like when people tell their stories and interactions with ghosts. I don't know, I like scary stories and such things. I'm a big horror fan. So, you know, I'm not sure.
Well, there's a bunch of horror movies to watch. Good collection.
Yeah, but some of them are trash. You know, you don't want to.
Trash. You don't want to be that guy, but sometimes you are that guy.
Yeah. So, among the many platforms that people use today, there's YouTube. There's, you know, I don't know, Thriller, whatever it is.
Right.
Although there's TikTok, you know. We're not gonna get into how we feel about that, but do you think it'll be banned?
Honestly,
And if you do, like how? So why not?
I just could see, I don't know, because Trump did say something about banning it, but it's just like, what's really the point? Just to get some backlash that he just doesn't want or need over a dumbass app, because he's gonna get backlash.
Right, that's regardless. He's gonna get it.
He's probably looking at all these views, how many kids. He's like, I can't deal with this shit. Like, I don't need this on my plate. It's August, elections, November. This is the last thing he needs.
He needs to make people happy if he wants to stay in.
I mean, China banned it, and all kinds of other places are banning it. I think Amazon, workers can't use it.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok is really strange. I don't like it. I mean,
I thought it was weird.
I mean, I understand the idea of it, but it's just like, if there's not age restrictions on it, then children will be. I'm just worried about the children, the pedophilia that can be going on there,
Yeah.
You don't want the babies exposed to something like that. But, I mean, that's really on parents and their choices and how they let their children get exposed to things. I mean, you can set all these things, and if they bypass it to let their children do it, then the children will do it.
Parents just need to be better.
Right, like when parents let their children play games at a young age, that probably should hold off.
GTA 5.
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
like Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. You might want to hold off on those until the kid has like good social skills. You don't want to raise like a sore loser or something like that, or somebody who gets so addicted to games that they don't find like another outlet.
Niggas who play video games and not fuck, they would rather play video games than fuck their girl. That's sad.
I mean, any guy that'll like choose games over having sex is just, I mean, either he's really into the game or, he gets sex all the time, or the sex is just whack. But I mean, to each their own.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm not saying games can turn people into serial killers, but you don't want to let a kid play a game and get some ideas that might make him a serial killer, You might want to.
It can happen. You never know. Probably already has happened. It's a big world. We just don't know.
Yeah. So, we live here in the United States of America. And, I think it's a pretty cool place. How do you feel about it?
Land of opportunity.
Right. So, we have, we're in the Midwest. We're in Illinois. So we don't have like funny accents. We're not those Americans. We don't have that funny slang. I mean, how do you, like the southern people, the people from the southern America, the southern parts of America, them and their accents, like, and their traditions and customs. How do you feel about that?
Fucking just it is just the weirdest fucking thing ever. They talk fucking weird. They listen to that weird ass music. Don't get me wrong, Florida Georgia Line slaps sometimes.
I mean, I like country music.
Square dancing. They're like, it's like, what the fuck? They're like hillbillies that fucking go to church. Yeah, they're literally hillbillies that go to fucking church. Like, it's bonkers, bro. And then like they make burgers and shit, bro. No seasoning.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe they do season. Like, I've never met anybody that's like really from the South. That's lived in the South and came here. But like, I do know. Like, I've met some in passing, but I don't know any.
Probably super racist and shit.
I mean, I don't know about racism, because racism is, everybody's racist. Everybody has some racism in them. I don't care what you say. If you sit here and lie to me and tell me you're not racist, everybody's racist. But
everybody definitely is. I can tell you that, buddy.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, they're traditions though. They're,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like the idea that the stereotype that's been played around is that they're incestual. You know, how do you feel about incest?
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think that they really participate in such activities?
I'm gonna, just because I hope it's not happening, I'm just gonna say no. If that's me hoping this world is good in this world, it's not good. It probably is happening everywhere. Like, let's just be for real.
Right. Incest can happen everywhere. You might accidentally sleep with one of your cousins that you didn't know you were related to. It can happen because, not everybody is as tight with their family as they used to be back in the 60s and such.
That shit happens way too often.
So, it's 2020. A lot has changed, and some things that used to be deemed appropriate to say and to feel a certain way about or have an opinion on has changed over time, say from 2000 or 2010 even. And there's the LGBTQ community, and that has evolved over time, right? So we accept the LGBTQ community, and there's there's transgender people, there's bisexual people, and there are other classifications that people categorize themselves as. So, do you think, since, because I've seen and I've read stories that people do let their children be, transgender at, like I would say a biasly, I would say biasly that they do it at ridiculously young ages, like 5 and 6 and 7. Like, I think they're not really intelligent enough to change their genders. I think you should be like at least an adult that graduated or something, or like is around that age.
I'm 18 and I don't know shit. Like, come on now. Tell me a 6-year-old should be able to change their gender.
I mean, you wouldn't let a 6-year-old cook on a stove, right? So why would you let a 6-year-old?
You let a 6-year-old drink alcohol? No, it's not like that. Well, maybe that's a stretch, but like, they don't know. It should be until they're an adult.
I mean, yeah, like it really should be held off on until they're an adult, because I don't really see what the whole, I mean, I know some people that are transgender and that have transitioned. So, but I've never gotten in depth with them about what it's like, because, I don't want to make them feel any type of way, or, I don't want them to feel like I'm making fun of them because I'm asking questions and, exploring curiosity. But, I don't know. Changing genders at a young age is kind of a stretch, and I support the LGBTQ community, but, I'm not gonna march. I don't do parade, or I don't do parades and marches for any sort at all. That's not like just to point them out specifically, but I don't do any marches at all, and but I don't really support letting you change your gender until you're at least you're like mentally old enough. You're like an adult for real.
Parents should be capping.
I don't know, it's just strange. I mean, then there's the idea of babies, that that babies don't have a gender until, from the age of birth to 4, they don't have a gender. And you just call them a baby. I kind of think that's
bullshit.
I mean, again, to each their own. I just don't agree with it. I won't be practicing it. I don't practice that. That's not my jam,
There's more dumbass shit going on in the world. Too much shit going on, man.
So, some of the topics we got from some of the viewers were CTE. Explain to me what that is, as if I don't know.
Okay, so football players, they end up, so when they play, they go helmet to helmet, right?
Right.
Pretty much almost every play.
So head-on impact.
Yeah, and just brain damage pretty much, but at like the highest degree. And you know, they got bad memory. They end up changing
Over time because of
yeah.
their brain has been damaged from
Like,
so much.
If you don't know, look up Aaron Hernandez. He was 24 or 25. They said he had the worst CT they've ever seen. He's played since he was a kid. He got knocked out during the game. And during his documentary, he was on the phone. They gave him life, and he was like, "It's okay, baby. I'm gonna get out in 2 days." And she's like, "What are you talking about? They just gave you life. You're not going anywhere." And he was just like, "No, in 2 days, I'm gonna be out." It was just weird. Like, it's bad. You don't want it.
So CT is basically brain damage at the fullest extent and probably the worst case scenario.
The biggest sport doesn't get talked about is MMA and boxing.
Right. So physical, like combat sports where you have to fight and really hurt people to win.
The worst.
Right. So, you know, I do know, like, Muhammad Ali, I believe he had Parkinson's when he passed away. And, you know, all those hits and knockouts that you receive, you know, they shuffle your brain around. You know, it fucks it up. It really does. It destroys it. It turns it to mush.
He wasn't knocked out like that. He was probably one of the most elusive fighters ever.
But when you get knocked out from time to time, you know, over time, you know, you gotta take medicine to keep your brain from going to shit because you've been hit in the head so many times. Like, you don't actually have to get knocked out. Just getting hit in the head and damaging your brain at all, just because of the significance that you can't get another brain.
All it really takes is one bad knockout.
One good knockout. Any knockout could really fuck your shit up.
Just the fact that you got knocked out means that you were fucked up. Like this guy, you know, he thought just because he didn't get knocked out or he didn't throw up, he was okay. No, you're not okay. You took that damage. You didn't fall. You got your ass beat. Like, dude, it's never okay. The worst is when they never drop or anything. They just keep getting hit, and they just like.
Yeah, it's really fucked up to see a guy take a beating in the ring or in the octagon because, you know, he wants to win, and that's why he's taking the beating. And, you know, he feels like he will win, and in some cases, they do win. But just the overall damage that is done and is left there to age with you. You know, like, if you get hit in the kidney, one good time you can fuck up your kidney, need some surgeries. It's like, it's a lot of damage to your body, which you only get one of. So,
hey, September 26th, Adesanya Costa, that somebody's getting knocked out nasty. Somebody's getting put like the fuck to sleep. Both undefeated. Somebody's getting lit the fuck up.
Another topic that we received from a viewer was WWE.
I'm glad it was just that. It wasn't like anything specific.
Yeah, that definitely would have been difficult. I haven't actually watched it in like 10 years, but
It's been a minute.
It was good. It was great when I was a child. I mean, I still like the idea.
Because I was trying to do journalism for it. I still might if there's an opportunity.
I just don't like new wrestlers. I don't like change in that retrospect.
No, this time was when we were kids.
Like when John Cena just had a normal buzz cut. Like, gosh, man, now that guy is like, he had fucking long hair. I don't respect that. I have long hair. I have a ponytail and such.
Actually a fighter.
Like, all these guys it was real. It wasn't real. It was scripted, but, you know, it was real to us and as children. And it's like, at the age of 6, my uncle just fucking ruined it for me. He was like, swing at me and don't hit me. And I was like, I swung and I didn't hit him. He was like, he act like I hit him. And then he explained that was what wrestling was. that they don't actually hit them, and if they do it soft.
That ruined a couple years. You probably had a couple more years watching that before you found out.
Before I found out?
Before you like really found out.
No, I knew then when he said it. My uncle never steered me wrong. I mean, he has
like,
before.
Damn, he couldn't give you a year or two. He was like, when you're 6.
It's pretty shitty.
It is.
6 or 7.
That's very shitty. Those kids watching until they were probably like, who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean...
No, those grown-ass motherfuckers still watching that shit.
I just like the old wrestlers, though. I could really tune in, like, if it was the original SmackDown versus Raw, all those the guys, times. Like The Rock. I mean, I guess all those people are still there, but nah, I don't like the new people, like...
Bunch of new guys.
Fuck those guys. Fuck them for real.
Fuck them. Any more topics from the fans?
Yeah, one more. It's 5G network.
Yeah, every new phone that's coming out is getting 5G.
I don't think I want 5G. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Weak.
That sounds scary.
He said it sounds scary.
I mean...
It's supposed to be fast as shit.
How fast can you get? Like, 4G is pretty fast, man.
Right,
what do you need to do?
Got 5G.
What the fuck?
And then like 10 years it's gonna be like 60.
It's gonna be like 15G by then, like 30G. Like it's gonna be
5G sounds
infinite.
Ridiculous right now.
Like, what is that for?
I have 4G. I have fucking LTE.
Is that like immediate downloads and shit? Like
LTE's faster than 4G for me.
I mean, they both work for me. I don't care, but
5G. I think that's gonna be ridiculous.
I just don't understand how fast you need your fucking internet to be.
What if it's like ridiculously fast?
I mean, that's what they're panning it up to be. Or maybe like better coverage and shit, but...
I almost wanted to get that new Samsung phone that said, it was like Samsung Galaxy something.
5G Ultra. Yeah. I've been thinking about it, but those are just so damn expensive.
So goddamn expensive.
I don't need 5G. Like, that's not necessary.
It's the newest thing. It's just like, to think about like how they can get it faster is just weird.
I mean, that's the like real idea though. Is like technology progresses so fast, and it progresses so fast, and it's everywhere. It's different. It's like everybody has different technology. Everybody has a different phone. Or, I mean, usually everybody has either an iPhone or an Android or some shitty like flip phone, or they don't have a phone. They have a landline or they send smoke signals. So I mean, it's really shitty, but I don't know. I'm not really sure I'm ready for this big jump on things because
shit, got new gen consoles coming out, got 5G.
New gen consoles, yeah, we got new phones coming out. We're always moving forward. We're never stopping.
Every year, fucking progressing.
Yeah, every year it's like I remember reading an article back then that. Xbox was like, we're not trying to make a console every year or two. We're trying to make, drop one like every 5, maybe 10 years. We don't.
That's smarter now.
Right, because you can get more long run because they have to pay for the patenting and shit of games and such things. And buy more consoles because they know they have options.
Imagine be a guy here in 2021 got a car that can drive you where you want to.
No.
Got you a new Xbox X Series. Got you a motherfucking what else was I thinking of? I forgot.
I mean, nah, I'm good on self-driving cars. I'll drive. I'm good. I don't need that.
Oh yeah, and a new phone. That's what I mean. New phone, 5G.
No, I don't need all that either. I don't.
Who wants all like what the fuck?
I mean, some people want it.
Conor McGregor.
Some people have it
easily. You can buy. Oh man. To be that rich is, how great it must be to be that fucking rich. He's like 30.
Pretty sure that has drawbacks though.
Oh, it does. He's an alcoholic, but like.
Isn't he Irish?
Yeah.
So is he an alcoholic by it?
Proper whiskey 12.
Nice.
He makes a bunch of fucking money.
Promote the guy, why don't you?
Hey, if he promotes the show though, you know.
I mean, if he sponsors the show and he's okay with uncensored shit, fine. That's
He made
cool.
$100 million fighting Floyd Mayweather. Nobody's ever done that in about like.
I mean, it was a main event. Everybody and their mother wanted to see it, and everybody did see it.
There's more boxing matches coming up that'll be like that. Shit, that undefeated fight I was talking about with Coastside. That's UFC's version of it. Playoffs are starting for basketball. Thinking them Lakers might get it.
So who's your favorite team? I never asked you that, but who's your favorite team?
Mavericks.
The Mavericks. That's of all time or this season?
All time. What's your team? You don't even watch basketball like that.
I don't know. I mean, I really got into basketball from playing 2K. So, like, as a kid, I would just jump from whatever team I liked the best. It was like, you know.
Oh, yeah. And I'll say Lakers, too. I always support whatever team LeBron on.
Right. I support
Team
LeBron. I'm a LeBron
right.
fan.
Team LeBron. What did you say?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not really a team fan. I'm a LeBron fan.
If he win that ring this year, bro,
If he wins a ring,
shut the hell up.
Yeah, for real. Like, LeBron is a great
Like that score, bro. Step off.
Yeah, no.
They gonna be hurt when you get, bro. He's not even playing that well. AD's just fucking hooping. He's getting 33, 35. Fucking Kuzma's getting 28. They over there. LeBron getting carried to the fucking finals.
I mean, shit. They gotta keep him intact so he's like ready to go.
And what everybody say, the Clippers gonna beat the Lakers. Body they ass.
Poor Clips.
Body them twice. Yeah, NBA's got something decent going on there though. I kind of want to watch football, but I don't think it's gonna be interesting with no crowd. It's gonna be weird.
It'll be
That's
extra
gonna
quiet.
be the weirdest one.
Very quiet.
Like I thought, seeing boxing weird. Trying to see football.
I mean,
so weird.
no, they won't have it empty, will they?
No, I think they're actually
like,
allowing
space, like it'll space people out. You know.
Yeah. I think you can buy tickets though right now.
Yeah, like if you.
Bro, you trying to? Bro, let's go to it.
Fuck no, I'm good. I don't even want to go to.
Right
Last time I went to like a game in a stadium, I went to a baseball game. It was like the White Sox and somebody. I forgot who.
Shit, White Sox tickets was $15 a couple years ago.
Man, like tickets used to be so fucking like games
Well,
are
they
so
suck
cool
too,
to go
though,
to.
so, like,
It's just like the ride there though.
yeah, but I didn't know if they were gonna allow fans because, you know, the Big Ten, all college sports got canceled, so I didn't know if they even gonna allow fans for the NFL. They said that fans might have to wear a mask or they'd have to sign something about that.
Of course, yeah, because you know they don't want any lawsuits from anybody catching corona.
Shit.
But I mean, I feel like if you go outside and you've been told that it's best to stay home, and you know it's not important, it's not, you know, like you need groceries or anything, then anything you get outside of that is on your own, and I think that's your own problem.
I mean, you gotta wear masks to go everywhere now, so I think it's like understood at this point.
I mean, no, not everybody understands that though. They're fucking idiots. I mean, you don't have to wear a mask outside, but you know, in buildings you do. And people just think, you know, you can just come in for a couple seconds, and that's really not it.
People be capping.
I mean, it's because they're trying to consider everybody's health. And, you know, coronavirus is a worldwide thing, so, you know, everybody's trying to get rid of it. We don't want it at all, anywhere. We, you know, hopefully everybody can recover that has gotten it, and we can, like, beat this thing and just wipe it out and, you know, work together as a world, and not so much as continents, but as a world, together as people. We can work together and, you know, do better health. You know, we don't have to, like, countries and continents don't have to like each other and so forth. We don't have to be friends, but we should try to maintain, like, people's health in general. We do care about people. People are what populate this earth, and we need to keep everybody alive. So, you know.
Of course.
But nobody's ready for that talk, you know.
Upcoming news from the podcast, you guys know I interview fighters and all that. Gillian Robertson, she's got a submission underground match. We're gonna leave her, I'll say Instagram down below, Karma Worthy's got a fight. GM3's trying to get a fight. And of course, like I said, Figueiredo's got a fight. So we're going to make sure we leave those down there for you guys. Always support our team.
How you feeling about season 2?
Of what? The boys? Oh, season
Of our
2.
show.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that? Cause I know
how
I know we
feel
got
about
some good things ready for them, but I don't know if they know. Like,
Oh,
the fans they don't know. The people that view this, they don't know. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they're not ready. But we have a lot of things intact. We're gonna try to talk to a lot of people, try to get a lot of interviews going, and try to expand more.
And bring back some new segments.
You know, if you guys like these podcasts, you know, we can make them longer if you guys want. You know, it's really at your discretion. But just all you gotta do is write in and let us know how you feel about the length of every episode. But yeah, season 2 we think is gonna be lit.
Yeah, we're gonna end off season 1 on an amazing note and come back and start up with more heat. Crazy, we got renewed pretty quickly.
Yeah, no. Wait.
Hey, shit's fun. We gotta start making a little team for us. We gonna bring anybody back for season 2? Probably a lot of.
Yes, we're gonna bring back Jimbo.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have him back even in season 1.
I mean, we're gonna have him. He's gonna be a consistent guy, unless he just dislikes us. He's gonna be consistent on the show. I really appreciate his input.
I was thinking if we had a guest of the season or something.
That guy's gonna be a regular. He's gonna be one of the guys in a minute. So how do you feel about gambling?
You know, hearing about Michael Jordan gamble was funny, but it was like, shit, he had the money for it. But gambling just in general is fucking like, people who gamble their fucking life away. Like, what the fuck?
I like gamble. I gamble on small notes. I do scratch offs. I do like things where you can win like a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. You know, you're not gonna win like a bunch unless you're just like fucking lucky.
I mean, you know, like, bet on a fight or something, maybe a game.
Right, I could do that, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm scared to bet big money.
You know, I would have bet on that one fight. I would have been happy for a couple days, man. That would have been nice.
I mean, money comes and goes, but like, I guess you really just gotta have faith in what you put your money on.
Oh, I'm betting on a football game. We play the Dolphins, Jets. I'm betting on all those games. We're gonna smoke the Dolphins and the Jets. I'm putting money towards those. Patriots, because they got Cam, I'm gonna stay a little bit away from that. All the weak teams we play, I'm gonna just. Here's what you gotta do.
So what's up with your hair? What are you doing? I noticed you changed your hairstyle recently.
Twisted it.
What made you feel this way? What made you feel the need to twist your hair and change it from the different haircut you had?
I don't know. I like it.
I like it. How long do you predict you'll have this up?
It'll probably be up most seasons.
I think.
But like, you know, I gotta take it down, and I don't like have somebody twist it. I twist it myself because I like it. So it's like, it's probably gonna get taken down for a week at a time and then taken back up. It took me a good. I'm not even done, and it took me like an hour just to do this, and this is not even close to done.
So you're gonna get better at it and keep perfecting it how you like it, and then maybe get some beeswax and lock it. Or you're just gonna keep twisting it just to grow it.
Oh no, I'm about to spray some shit and lock this shit up good.
Oh, you're gonna dread it.
Oh, we're about to dread the fuck out of this.
Little John. I think you should post a picture on your Instagram. What is that? What's your Instagram?
Jakaiece Exotic.
Jakaiece Exotic. Can you spell that? I don't know how to spell your name.
K-A-I-E-C-E-E-X-O-T-I-C.
Nice. I think you should post a picture of your hair and let people decide whether or not, let the viewers decide whether or not you should keep your hair that way.
Follow her on Instagram at Off the Dome BJ. That's Off the Dome OFFTHEDOMEBJ. What else we got for this episode?
We got the question of the day, which is Snoop Dogg or 2 Chainz?
I'm gonna think of Snoop Dogg. I feel confident in that pick.
Definitely. Snoop Dogg is one of the most influential rappers I've seen. I mean, besides that shit he said about Eminem that was kind of whack, it's very fucking whack. I don't respect that statement he made. I mean, I respect it because it's his opinion. He's entitled to it, but I don't agree with it. He kind of downplayed that nigga. You know, that's his homie.
He's a goofy. He looked really goofy. Ice Cube.
Like, I mean, Ice Cube is a good rapper, but like Eminem is like every album Eminem made did, you know, it sold something. It sold something good. So I mean, I don't understand. Even his worst album, Revival, did something decent.
Bro, without a doubt. I was like, when I was just going through them, every time I'd go through, I'd be like, that's his worst one, but it sold shit.
It was so woke.
I feel like Kamikaze was kind of a bad album, but I liked it.
I mean, it was okay. It's kind of cringy, some of the stuff he says.
It's like, that was a weird album for me. That one kind of threw me off.
How did you feel about the Rap Devil, you know, the MGK, Eminem rap beef, diss, back and forth they did? The beef exchange.
It was interesting. It caught a lot of people's eyes. That like, people wanted to hype it up, and they did. I think it ended up pretty good for what happened. I don't think anybody dropped anything bad. I think they both dropped some heat. And then now look at MGK a couple, what was this, a year or two? Now his shit's up there now because he even dropped some shit people liked it.
Right, I mean, he basically used Eminem as a stepping stone to greatness, I guess. I mean, MGK, I've known MGK for, you know, like, I've known of his music and his rap music since, you know, like 2013. So, I mean, I'm not new to, like, 2011, maybe 2012.
I'm a fan, but, like, I'm not going to be biased. I mean, I think his shit, I can tell you he's dropped one good album, and that was the last one. The rest of them were pretty,
you know, iffy.
Yeah. And then he's dropping this rock out or whatever, you know, because that's what people think he, you know.
Right. People think he's a rocker. Thought he was a rapper.
Eminem dropped that good ass album.
What album was that?
Music to Be Murdered By.
Right, Music to Be Murdered By was a great album.
Drops, he just doesn't say anything. It just, I like that.
We were waiting on it, obviously. He was like, oh, I'm just gonna, and
everybody,
he didn't even promote it, and that shit still went, gold?
Fuck yeah.
In the, like, first week. He's just like, I'm
Everybody's like, bro, September, October. He's like, came out now.
He was like, see, y'all tripping, y'all snoozing.
Motherfuckers just did. They're like, he didn't.
I wake up to motherfucking Google and shit. It's like, Eminem new album. I'm like, what? Y'all is tweaking.
Was some heat.
A lot of the songs on the album was heat. Juice WRLD, he was a great rapper, phenomenal.
How many more albums do you think Eminem drops?
I mean, how long do you think Eminem will be alive? That's all it determines.
If he does drop another album, I think it'll be.
I mean, you've heard him. He hasn't declined any in rapping. Like, his rapping has only gotten better. He's an OG in the rap game to me. He's one of my top 10.
Music to Be Murdered By.
Right. And the last topic of this episode, James Charles. You said, why is that? What you know of this guy? I don't know of him. I've heard the name.
Controversy around him.
What is it? What's the controversy around it?
Stealing people's boyfriends, saying the N word. I mean, I guess he posts a bunch of booty pics and shit, or sends them to. No, that's how he slides into the DM. He slides into the DM with booty pics.
Nice.
Like that's a red flag.
I don't actually know how to respond to that.
Like, isn't that opponent has left the match?
He's gay, right? He's a gay man.
I would like to believe so.
Right. So he's stealing people's boyfriends.
I guess he's on that Joe Exotic stuff. That's what people are saying. I don't. Whatever.
I don't really look into things unless they sound interesting to me.
They must have been a little gay to just go gay.
Yeah, I don't.
Just saying.
Yeah, I don't. James Charles.
He ain't just. Oh, now you're gay. I mean, let's be honest.
Like, I have seen things in passing, but I never looked into them, and it's like I don't think I will either. I don't know.
It just be Snapchat, bro, because it just be like. It's so sad.
Right, Snapchat promotes so much things, so many things on their social media platform that it's like, you see all these good or bad things that are happening in the world. It's like weird things. They're promoting stupid shit.
It's so sad how much TikTok drama I know just from being on Snapchat or listening to like, No Jumper or something.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, it sucks because once you listen to one, it's like, God, it's like, damn. You don't even like, you wouldn't even want to look at it. You just used to just clicking it.
Right, yeah, I try to avoid Snapchat as much as possible. It's not really...
That's what'll get you, Snapchat. I feel like that's the most addicting one. It's just all kinds of it's just so much. They're all decent though.
I mean, who knows?
It's entertainment.
Like, all these platforms that show us things, and it's like, you never know what's true anymore.
Yeah. How could you?
And it's like, so many people get famous from YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, they get famous off of these weird things. And I'm not, like, knocking people for it, but it's like, geez. They, like that guy who got raided, Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, geez, like, this man has guns. He's raided. Like, what are you doing, man? What you got these guns for? Like, I don't know if his background is upbringing, but what you got them guns for? Do you need them? Do you need them guns? You don't need them blips.
Poles. He had some poles on them.
He had them bang bangs, no jams, no clicks.
Said some shit. Somebody out. Don't say the wrong thing to him. Like, he ain't having no pistol.
It's over with for that ass.
Like, the FBI was gonna have a struggle for a minute. He had some heat. That guy, him and Logan Paul. You know Logan Paul's podcast gets like 1 million listeners? Like, what the fuck? That guy? Brandon's not even listening to he's on his phone.
No, I am. I'm just
ridiculous.
I'm just trying to look into James Charles. I don't know much about that guy.
I don't really know much either.
I mean, I'm not gonna look too much in. I don't want to get my phone a virus or anything.
I could just imagine he has money. He's very popular, I believe. I think he might have 3 million followers or something. I might have capped.
Yeah, see, it's like people get famous off YouTube, and it's like they do minimal work, and it's like I'm questioning what they do to get it. Like, they're not really like smart people. I'm not saying they're dumb. I'm just saying they're not like people you should be listening to, like geniuses or like educators or philosophers or.
They're no more everyday. Well, not most of them.
I mean, they're not. They're people that probably can't hold jobs. Like, I just feel like. These people are weird.
Most of them are. What's up, Brandon? Any ending notes for this episode?
yeah, we wanna thank the fans and everybody that view and tune in to our episodes. You know, we appreciate it. Even if you tune in for 5 minutes, 5 seconds. You know. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, we got cut off. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's important that we thank everybody for tuning in and listening to us. Cause you know, it means the world to have somebody listening. You know, we look forward to everybody's feedback and views on what we talk about and how they feel about everything. And we just thank you for listening to us talk and rant.
And we're gonna keep bringing the content and keep bringing the fun. Off the Dome, episode 8. I'm your host, Jakaiece and
Brandon Brown. Follow me on Instagram at Brando Breezy, BRANDOBREEZY. Your boy.
You already know where I'm at with the Kyce Exotic. The guys, we're out.